G'day, Chief. Welcome to the Chief Maker Career Scorecard. I want to talk through how this career scorecard works for you so you can determine if it's the right thing for you to do and when you get in it to make sure you get the most out of it. Look, what we're trying to do here is accelerate your career and give you a clear understanding of where you are right now in relation to impact, influence, and just having a career that you really, really love. Now, I want to talk you through a few things. This report is made up of a couple of different elements. The first is a bit of an outline of your report summary and the scorecard and what we call the career journey map. And I want to talk you through that in a second. So the scorecard gives you this summary and scorecard. It tells you how to improve your score, tells you then how to accelerate your career in total, and then some next steps for you under the process complete section. But let's just start off with an understanding of the career journey map. This is the journey that every person in their professional life goes on, whether you like it or not. It is an absolute key to understanding what is happening for you. And I want to describe to you the journey that most professionals go on, and then this little dip here that so many professionals get caught in and they get stuck in forever. You go into this valley of despair, which is a career stall. And I'll tell you exactly why some people, in fact, the vast majority of people, end up in a career stall or a valley of despair for the rest of their careers, as opposed to some people that jump from professional to manager to GM/VP, all the way to chief and CEO much, much faster. So this is what happens. As you go through your career, your income and impact starts off as a professional. And most people spend around 7 years there. And I've got a nice little description here of what a professional is. This is someone who spends a vast majority of their life doing technical work. They earn about 50 to 80K, so 50 to 100K per year. And this is around 80% of the workforce still working in professional kinds of roles. Now, if you do a great job there and you do a really good job, you're probably going to get promoted to a supervisor and then into a management level position. Now, a management level position is a proper team or little division management role. It probably means your income just about doubles. And now you're probably spending, 70% of your time doing technical, 30% doing more management, leadership kind of work. And your income has probably doubled. You can see here, these sort of level roles, now you're talking 100 to 200K per year. Those that get that right jump over the next valley of despair to general management type role or a VP type role. This is a regional role, a whole department. You've got multiple team managers working for you. And so what you're talking about here is a role that sort of sits in the value of 250 to 500K per year, which is around about 5 times the initial professional level role. Okay, in this role, now you're talking your technical expertise. Technical expertise is about 30% of your role, and 70% of your role is now all leadership tactics and how you're going to improve the business as a whole. Which takes us to the final leap. If you absolutely get your GM level right and you have the right value proposition in the market, you might land yourself your first ever C-suite type role or chief level role, and that kind of role has the real big benefits. You're talking less than 0.1% of the population get here, income range 500K to a million plus, to be honest. And this is where you have all the biggest roles, and it's 10 times the initial impact and income of a professional. But what is going on in here? Now, what is going on is whatever made you successful here as a professional, and you might have been really, really good at your job, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll help you get to the next level. And you might well be aware that we have the great method, which is game plans, routines, entourage, assets, track record. Here's a sample score that I did for me. Now, if you don't have a good game plan, which is treating your boss as your number one customer, clear vision, clear understanding of how you stand out from the competition or how you stack up against the competition, if you don't have the right rhythms and routines for this level job, if you don't have the right network for this level job, because the network you require to get promoted from professional to manager is a different network required to go from manager to GM. The game plan that you need shifts from professional to manager to GM to chief. The rhythms and routines change every level. The assets, that's the skills and education and experience you've got, they also change at every level. And the track record, you also always need a new track record at every level. So here's the thing. What we need to build is all elements of the GREAT method in each of these levels. So if you're at a manager level now and finding you're not being promoted to GM level, one of the reasons might be that one of these elements is missing. Most important that you need now is to be highly valuable to the organization you work for, be able to demonstrate you can step up, have a really solid network and a great reputation in the business, have the skills, and then have the track record. If you have all those things, you will leap over the valley of despair and go to the next level. And then you build it all again. You build it all in GM, and then you jump all the way to chief, and you jump up one more time to go to CEO and chairperson. That is the career journey scorecard. So here's an example. I've got all of these particular scores. What I'm going to now show you how the rest of the report works for you. You go to continue here, and it gives you some detail on how to improve each of your scores. So I can go into game plan here, click on the downward link. It gives me a detailed outline of what game plan means, some things that you can do immediately to improve, and some big tips right now. Okay, same under routine. Here's a whole bunch of things. It says I've got a score here of 0, so I should really pay attention to this bit. And there's all the extra bits, plus 6 powerful steps to include in your morning routines. Each of these elements has all the tips that you need to improve your score. Then you just click continue. Under this is how we accelerate your entire career, and we talk about, look, according to my score, I'm going quite well in game plan and assets, but I really need to work on my entourage, which is my network, my track record, and my routines. And we've already given you all the tips for that. And if you'd like to go the step further and you want a bit more help, check out the Chief Maker Academy. That's chiefmakeracademy.com. There's already 3 epic programs on there. One on your career game plan, one on high performance habits and routines, and one on high performance teams. And there's just a boardroom in there which you can join, and that gives you access to our monthly webinars and coaching. Or, you know what, Chief? If you want something totally free, go and check out the Inner Chief podcast. It's got heaps of fantastic interviews with CEOs and gurus, and I give a 10-minute mini-sode every single Monday. So, Chief, that is your report. Get in there and check it out, and I really hope you absolutely nail it. If you've got any questions, email me, greg@chiefmaker.com.au, or flick me a direct message through LinkedIn or Instagram. I'm on both. My handle on Instagram is @thechiefmaker. I'll answer. I'm really responsive to everyone that contacts me, so please get on there and do that. Righto, Chief. That sums it up. Good luck with your career scorecard, and we'll be